Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to another segment of Khoj Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation, a-sabad-a-day, Ashtapadiyan. 8 stanzas to the passage. The recitation. Sabh Jap Sabh Tap Sabh Chaturai, उजड़ पर मैं राहे न पाई, बिन बूझे को थाए न पाई, नाम बिहूणे माथे छाई। साच धनी जग आए बिनासा, छूटस प्राणी गुरमुख दासा। रहाओ जग मोह बादा बहुती आसा, गुरमति इक भय उदासा। अंतर नाम कमल परगासा, तिन्हें को नाही जम की त्रासा। जग त्रै जित कामिण हितकारी, पुत्र कलत्र लग नाम विसारी। बिरथा जन्म गवाया बाजी हारी, सतगुर सेवे करनी सारी। बाहर हऊ मैं कहे कहाए, अंदरों मुक्त लेप कदे ना लाए। माया मोह गुर शब्द जलाए, निर्मल नाम सद हृदय ध्याए। धावत राखै ठाक रहाए, सिख संगति करम मिलाए। गुर बिन भूलो आवे जाए, नदर करे संजोगी मिलाए। रूड़ो कहो ना कहया जाई, अकथ कथों नह कीमत पाई। सब दुख तेरे सुख रजाई, सबे दुख मीटे साचे नाई। कर बिन वाजा पग बिन ताला, जे शब्द बुझै तां सच निहाला। अंतर साच सबे सुख नाला, नदर करे राखै रखवाला। त्रिभुवन सूझै आप गवावै, बाणी बूझै सच समावै। शब्द विचारे एक लिवतारा, नानक धन सवारण हारा। शब्द विचारे एक लिवतारा, नानक धन सवारण हारा। Sabh Jap Sabh Tap Sabh Chaturai. So the first passage talks about spiritual practices done with pretension. They always lead astray. Sabh Jap Sabh Tap Sabh Chaturai, with cleverness, with craftiness, with motivation, with hidden motives. Ujjad par mein rahe na pai. Ujjad is to go astray, is to get uprooted. Par mein, delusion, doubt. Rahe na pai, you don't find the way. The way is lost. Bin bujhe ko thai na pai, naam bihune mathe chai. So without discernment, the place is not found. So the idea is that without a discerning intellect, all religious practice is really a sham, because the ego mind shadows, it obscures every action. And then our practice degenerates into pretension, give and take, transactions. It loses its real purpose. The real purpose of all recitation, a spiritual practice, is devotion and love for the self. That is the essential point. So the Guru in the Rahau tells us, Saj Tani Jag Aaye Binasa. He contrasts the eternity of the Creator and the contrasting transitory nature of the world that this Creator has brought forth. And this realization comes through Guru wisdom, and when the realization comes, freedom ensues, because we are otherwise caught in a misapprehension of reality. So freedom from the confines of the ego come from imbibing Guru wisdom, which then reveals the essential nature of a reality that is paradoxical. You have an unchanging eternal consciousness within which is an ever-changing world of phenomena. This is the realization that the mind must grasp. That is our own reality. We are eternal consciousness that is trapped in a constantly changing body. But the body is attached to the senses. So what happens is, Jag mohe bada bahti asa. The world is moored in attachment. The body is attached to the earth, so to speak. So desire and attachment is kneaded into it is woven into the fabric of our body, of our being. But Gurbati ikpaye udasa, the followers of Gurmat, the way of the Guru, they find a way to non-attach themselves from desires, attachment. That is not to suggest that they don't have desire. That is not to suggest that they are not caring enough or that they don't care about others. They're not indifferent. So there is a difference between being indifferent and being non-attached. This is simply a mental, a noetic withdrawal. Antaranam Kamal Pragasa. That happens when self-realization illuminates the heart. And then for those who have tread the way of the Guru, Gurmat, there is no fear of death, because Gurmat enlightens the mind. And the realization dawns upon us that our authentic nature is of the spirit, which is unborn. And the mind then learns non-attachment, udasa, the art of disentangling oneself from the net of attachment. Jagtre jit kamin hitkari, putra kalatra lage naam visari. Now, this is a description of the manmukh, the one who is in ego. This person is, and that is most of us, is captured by love, by lust. He loves his wife or the spouse out of lust and attachment. To children, what does that do? Jagtre jit kaman hitkari putra kalatra laganam visari. The self is occluded, blocked. It forgets the self. And such a life, the Guru says, is birtha janam. It's lived in vain. Naam visari. The game is lost. Life is lived in vain. Therefore, the Guru says, Satgur Seve Karani Sari. The best action in life is to follow the wisdom of the Guru in everything that you do. Make that the lens through which you see the world and react to it. And now the Guru describes those who are actually following good wisdom. बाहर हाउ में कहे कहाए अंदरों मुक्त लेप कदे न लाए. They project a certain confidence in their speech and exchange that appears like pride, but it isn't. They are untouched. Andro mukt, lep kade na lai. They're not caught in the tangle. They're in the world, but they're not of the world. And true Guru wisdom is how this non-attachment is practiced. And once Guru wisdom is adopted, Nirmal Naam Sad Hirde Tyai, the clear vision of self-knowledge is forever established in the heart. So what do? Tavat rakhe, thak rahai, prevent the mind from wandering. That should be your practice. Sikh Sangat Karma Milai, find the fellowship of lifelong learners. That is really a gift of grace. Because without Guru guidance, Gur bin pulo, you forget the self. And then when you forget the self, you live in a delusion, the delusion of the cycle of coming and going. Nadar kare sanjog mein lai. This is really a grace to be able to find the fellowship of evolved individuals. The Guru Das speaks about the awesome beauty which is ineffable of the universe. Rudo, beautiful, awesome. Kaho, I wish to express, na kahya jai, but I can't because it is beyond speech, beyond reckoning. Akath kathon, I cannot reckon with it, with words. Na कीमत पाई, nor can I affix a price to it. It's priceless. Sab dukh tere sukh rajai, pleasure and pain are transitory states that are received at your visit, at your pleasure. Sabbe dukh mete sache nai. All obstacles are removed by self-knowledge that is then expressed as qualities. So you see, dukh and sukh are associated with pain and pleasure, and we desire to prolong pleasure indefinitely, and therefore we cling to the erroneous idea that sukh is somehow good and that dukh is bad. But the Guru teaches us that these transitory states are not in opposition, they come and go. Indeed, he breaks down this perceived cycle of opposition by suggesting that dukha daru, sukha rog bhaya. Now, when he says that dukh is actually the medicine, and our clinging to sukh is what makes sukh a disease, at first really baffles the mind, because the Guru is saying something quite the opposite of what we perceive it to be. And that is how you break down the pattern of your thinking, you see. And once you break down the pattern of your own conditioning, your ego, what do you experience? The experience of the universe is like kar bin vaja, pag bin talla. It is like playing an instrument without the hands, or to dance without the feet. In other words, the mind is now in unison with the universal symphony that is playing around us that we are deaf to. Now you are not deaf to it. There is ecstasy and harmony around you. But only je sabad bujeta sach nihala. This delight comes with discernment of the Shabad, and with the self comes fulfillment. Antar sach sabe sukhanala, that is fulfillment. And that is the ineffable experience that comes with self-realization. And in conclusion, the Guru says, Tribhavana sujai aap gavave. Realize the truth, and there is only one way of realizing the truth. It is by abandoning the ego. Aap gavave. Bani bujai sach samave. Contemplate the Bani. Listen to the Bani, the wisdom, of the self, which is woven into the fabric of the universe. Such samave, sabad vichare, and for you to discern that, contemplate the Guru's discourse, the sabad, which has come to us as Gurbani. Ek livatara, sabad vichare, ek livatara, live. Orient the mind to center the mind to the self. And Nanak says, blessed is that Creator who gifts us this ability to tune in with this Creator. So on that note, remember, your biggest barrier is your own sense of yourself. Break through that barrier with Guru wisdom. Wear the lens of Guru wisdom to enjoy and delight in the dance of the universe. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.